Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb one time. 1 second. Sorry. All right. Wait for some people to get in before we start this thing up, before we start this talk up. And we're pressing some transfers while we're talking. I want you guys, as you enter, to let me know if you can hear me. Okay? And I'm going to check myself on if my audio is coming through all right on my YouTube channel. All right, let's see. Boom. Boom. Okay, here I go. I see myself. Okay. Let me make sure that I can see myself. All right, cool. I can see myself. And I'm the only one viewing. All right, cool. I'm going to start pressing some transfers till more people join in. And I'm pressing transfers from AlanAwade.com from my website. These are my transfers. What's going on, Teresa? How are you? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for joining the live. And everybody, give this video a thumbs up as you are entering. We're going to talk about the distraction that's going on in the garment decorating industry. And the distraction that's been going on for a long time. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it. I want to talk about it, and I want to get you guys focused on what's important, and that's making money. Stephanie Amos, how are you doing? How are you doing, Stephanie? I got some bunch of transfers to press, so we're going to press these transfers while I'm embroidering and while I am talking to you guys. So, how many of you guys watch content in hopes of getting guidance for your business? In the chat, how many? What is the reason why you watch garment decorating content? Let me know in the chat what the reason is you watch garment decorating content online. Please let me know in the chat. My audio is low. I could plug in my lav mic, but I don't want to plug. Is my audio low, everybody? Is my audio low? Let me know if my audio is low. Let me know if my audio is low. I have to do something different. Let me know if my audio is low. Okay, Jennifer Goslin says to learn. To learn. Okay, to learn how to use different equipment and to learn how to run your business. Can you narrow it down a little bit, get more specific? Like, and some other people give me some answers also. What's the reason why you, okay, you can hear me, just muffled. Interesting. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to find another solution for audio. Ideas, facts, and inspiration. Give me a second. Got something right here. Let me see if it's going to work. Not sure if it's going to work or not, but let me know if it does work in a second. I am not sure. I've never tried this before, but we will see. I've never tried this before, so immediately please let me know if this works or not. Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better? Can you hear me at all? Can you hear me better? Can you hear me at all? Using this method right here. Or did my audio go away? Let me know. Can you hear me better? Can you hear me at all? Let me tune into myself. Just put those guns away. You can hear you. Okay, cool. All right, Robbie's funny. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, sounds the same. It sounds the same? Okay, so that means this isn't working. Okay, I don't know. I'm all out of suggestions here. All right, so let me just talk to you guys. I'm about to turn that embroidery machine off. I think that's what it might be. All right. So this goes. Check, check. All right, that didn't do anything. Okay, that won't work. All right. So what I've been over the years, right? We watch a lot of videos. All right, let me turn this off. Over the years, and I'm included in this. I watch a lot of content online too, with not just in garment decorating, but in a lot of different industries. And I get a lot of information. I hear a lot of information. I see a lot of videos, and a lot of the content that we consume confuses us, and it can like get us sidetracked from being profitable in our businesses. And I'll elaborate. I'm gonna start elaborating on that in a little while. Help me press these transfers, guys. All right, while I clean out my thoughts and let you guys know what I'm thinking about. All right, so what I'm seeing online is a lot of inconsistencies with the creators that I'm watching and with the creators that you guys are watching, because there's only a handful of people. I'm seeing a lot of inconsistencies. I give you for example. Let's hypothetically say somebody started using one embroidery machine and they said it was great. They said, hey, you guys should buy this machine. It's a great machine. You guys should use it. I love it. It works for me. It's amazing. They showed themselves using it. It's the best thing since sliced bread. And all of a sudden they appear online with another embroidery machine, and now they're saying that the embroidery machine that they've been using is garbage, right? And they're telling you all the problems that they had with it. Now, what that is, that's a dishonest influencer, in my opinion. That's a dishonest person, and that's a person that you should not be listening to, because they are, fabricating the truth, right? On the other hand, you have people like myself who's been using the same machine and who told you what it was and how I felt about it from the beginning, right? So, and I'm not trying to compare myself to other people. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help you guys get a clearer way of thinking, clear way of consuming content. It's okay to look at stuff just for the pure enjoyment of looking at it. But a lot of the times we're influenced and we lose focus on what it is that we came here for. And that's to learn, to find out information about the equipment that we like, right? And let's take DTF transfers, for example. You'll see people pressing transfers telling you, oh, get these transfers. They're the best thing since sliced bread. The company's great, the transfers are great, they press so easily, and then they'll be promoting for the companies. They'll even get other influencers to help them, promote these companies and blow these companies up and make them big. Then all of a sudden, when their interests change, they'll tell you, oh no, don't use that method. Don't depend on that to make money. Don't do that. Don't do what I've been telling you to do for years. Don't do the thing that I've been building up. This is why you shouldn't do it. Do it this way instead. That's what I call a hypocrite. And that's what I call a dishonest person, or a person that's trying to push an agenda. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because ultimately, my goal and other influencers' goals should be to get you to make the best decision for yourself, for your business, and for the growth and development of you yourself as a person, right? And what I always tell you guys is to get what works best for you, what makes the most sense for you and your business, and consider what I'm showing you. And here's the reason why you shouldn't believe what you see online, because I'm showing it to you. Right? Whereas though other people talk about it, I actually show it, right? I show it. So other people will just talk about it. I don't need a second place. I don't need to do that, but I'm not going to do it anyway. Other people will just show it. They'll just say it. I'll actually show it to you. You know what I mean? So, and ultimately, when somebody tells you to do something and then they come back a few months later or a year later and say, oh no, don't do that, do something else, do this instead. It's like, well, why'd you tell me to do the first thing? Why not just tell somebody that, you know, this is an alternative as to what you've been doing. This is an alternative, right? Versus, don't do that, do this. Why? Because this is what I'm doing now. So don't do the thing that I've told you to do before. Do this because this is what I'm doing now. Don't have your business depend on that. Why is that? If it works for your business, if it's a less expensive alternative, then it should be an alternative. If it helps you grow your business, how can you tell somebody not to do something if it's helping them and if it's a less expensive alternative as to what you are telling them to do now? It makes no sense, right? So I just want you guys to be mindful of the stuff that you see online, because not everybody has your best interests at heart. Not everybody has your best interests at heart. I'll give you an example, a behind the scenes example, right? There was a company that wasn't around. I'm about to blow up spots right now. There was a company that wasn't well known. Starts with super, ends with color, right? Great company. I'm about to air it out and tell you all the truth about what's going on, right? Great company, great staff, great transfers, great technology, you know what I mean? Whatever. Nothing bad about them, right? But there was somebody that started talking about Supercolor. I don't know how that relationship began or what happened or whatever went down. It's none of my business. I don't care about it. But there was an arrangement made between that person and said company, right? So normally in an influencer environment, what happens is company approaches influencer, offers influencer some type of contract or some type of kickback to work with the company to help the company promote their products, right? And that's a mutually beneficial relationship. I promote your product, I help you sell your product, and you give me a kickback, right? That's how an influencer relationship works. Now, there are other situations where somebody can get offered, which doesn't happen often. This is not the way things normally happen, right? Somebody can get offered a lump sum of money and get other people, other influencers to do the label for them, and the other influencers not get paid anything. That's shady business, right? That's shady business. And the company gets blown up and gets real big, biggest company in ETF at one point in time. And then when things go south with the person who helped build that, they tell you not to use that company. That's weird. Even though you started using that company because they told you to use the company, now they're telling you not to use the company. That's just weird to me. It's just weird, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing, right? So I just try to steer you guys in the right direction and try to tell you guys the righteous thing to do, because it's a lot of misleading, it's a lot of hypocrisy, and it's a lot of weird business going on. And I'm watching Instagram, I'm watching TikTok, I'm watching YouTube, and it's like, it happens with embroidery machines, it happens with white toners, it happens with It happens with DTF stuff. It's just sad. It's like, are you on here for you? Are you on here to help people? Or are you on here for both? I'll tell you the truth. I'm on here for both. I'm on here to help myself as well as help you guys. Initially, when I first started my YouTube channel, it was to promote my music. But then I started doing garment decorating to help you guys. Because I saw that there was no information on how to use the Silhouette Cameo, right? Comprehensive information to show you guys distinctly and exactly, in layman's terms, simplistically, how to use the machine. That's how I started making my content, right? So, of course, when I started making money off of it, then, you know, I was like, okay, that's great too. That's icing on the cake. But never have I ever tried to mislead the people. Never have I ever contradicted what I've put out. Never have I ever put money ahead of, you know, trying to promote and give the best positive message that I could, give the most best informed message that I could. And people out here going crazy. People are out here going crazy for a dollar bill. And I'm just telling you guys to be careful of the advice that you take, because not everybody out here has your best interest. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. Because if somebody can tell you to buy TKO transfers, and then they can tell you don't use transfers a few videos later, that's just weird. If somebody can tell you this is how you press supercolor transfers, this is how easy they peel, and then and get a whole gang of influencers to join in and not compensate them for it while they're being compensated thousands of dollars, right? And then when things go south with the company, you want to bash the company that's been paying you thousands of dollars and been robbing all the other influencers that you got to promote, right? And you might pay them like, hey guys, everybody do a supercolor video, and at the end of the month, whoever does the most supercolor video is going to get a gift certificate to order supercolor, or $500 for a month worth of content that you ever put out the most videos. Meanwhile, you're getting like, I don't know, $18,000 a month or some crap like that. That's slavery and robbery. You know what I mean? But you got people out here, just be careful who you consume content from, because it's a lot of shady business out here, right? And I'm here to guide y'all, because, you know, y'all will take stuff for face value, and y'all as viewers don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And I didn't know what was going on behind the scenes until they tried to get me to be the puppet, the next up puppet. And I'm like, nah, I'm not with that. I'll do my own thing. I am not with that. I'm not with the robbing other people, you know what I mean? I'm the guy that's gonna tell the other influencer how to get to the bag while maintaining a professional relationship, and that relationship being mutually beneficial for the company that you're working with and for yourself. I'm that guy, you know what I mean? You got other people that will pretend like they want to see you do good, but then when you start doing a little good, you start blocking your blessings. Start blocking your blessings. Blocking your blessings. You understand? And then they'll act like they're the victim. Just be careful, folks. Not everybody has your best interest. So, are you watching garment decorating content just to be entertained? Just to find out what the best, latest, greatest machine is that's out and hop on the next bandwagon? Or are you trying to make money? Exactly, Petra. Exactly. Now, Are you on here to get information to grow your business? Or are you on here for just, because if you're just here for entertainment, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of entertainment. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But if you're on here to grow your business, don't lose sight of the reason why you came to watch this content. Because if somebody tells you that one of the most easiest way to make money in this industry, that you shouldn't be doing it, when a year ago or so they told you should be doing it, you need to question that person's integrity. That's all I'm saying. Question that person's integrity. And I know a lot of you guys don't want to do that because it's like, you know, you make friends with these influencers and you build some type of it's really a non-existent relationship, because like when we see comments, the people that comment frequently, we know who they are and we see them when we say hi and stuff like that. But for the people that don't comment a lot but you watch the videos frequently, it can seem like you have a friendship with that person, even though you don't, because they don't know who you are, because you're not commenting often, so they don't see your name. So, but like, you should really ask that person, hey, like, weren't you just, or didn't you say, why are you telling me now not to, you know what I mean? Question that person's integrity and see, and really look, because I challenge anybody to ask me anything about any machine that I've ever made a video on, and I've always made explanations and told you guys why or how or you know what I mean? I'm still rocking with Ricoma from day one. From day one, when everybody was hating on me, I'm still rocking with them because it works. And I'm not on here to machine hop. I'm on here to make money. I'm on here to make money. And right now, I haven't been putting out content showing you how to use these machines, because that chapter is over. Now it's time for me to help you guys operate the business. And in order to help you guys operate the business, I have to learn how to operate the business. And I have to operate that business. You know what I mean? So it takes a little, sorry, my phone's dying. It takes a little while for me to learn that. And it gradually, I show you guys the operation and what you guys have to look forward to. And right now, what I'm learning is the best way to run a business is to build systems. Build systems that you can train your employee, build systems that you can easily show somebody how to replicate exactly what you're doing. Systems for each machine, whether that be like instructions or videos and stuff like that, or like specific way, like right now I'm building a system on how to run my Ricoma Revel 2402T, right? And because I want to step away from that and I want somebody else to run it, right? But just be careful of the content that you consume. Be careful of who you listen to. You can listen to them, but just take notes. Take notes, because if you've been watching videos for a while, just take notes on what people are saying and take notes of what they said before, like a year or 2 or 3 ago. You know? Try to keep it real with y'all, man. Try to tell y'all the truth on what's really going on. A lot of stuff happens behind closed doors. Y'all not privy to the information. And sometimes I'm like, if only they knew. If only they knew. And I try not to get involved with petty things, and you know what I mean, I try to stay clear of that, because like I said, I'm not on here for that. I'm on here, I'm trying to build my business and make money. You guys saw where I came from. You guys saw what I didn't have to what I've acquired now. And I didn't acquire stuff from, you know, he say, she say nonsense. And not for nothing, but I'm a lot older than a lot of these guys and gals on here. I'm a lot older than these guys. So they don't like, a lot of times my kindness can be taken for weakness, right? But I have to remind people, like, I'm not your age, I'm a little older than you. So it's like, whatever you're down with, I don't do that type of stuff. Like that was in my past, right? But don't get it twisted, right? But at the same time, like, I'm not here for any of the foolishness. I'm trying to educate my people on how to run a business efficiently. That includes running machines. That includes, managing customers. That includes paying taxes. That includes all the little small nuances. That includes strategizing what works and what doesn't work. And what doesn't work is when somebody tells you to do this and then a year later they tell you to do that. That doesn't work. That doesn't help at all. That confuses people and that misleads people. And some people are highly influential. You have some people that can't think for themselves, and I've met them online. They watch these videos. They're highly influential and they can't think for themselves, and they do a lot of what we tell them to do, what we instruct them to do. So I just want to tell these people that, like, just be careful who you listen to, and just, you have to take a moment to think for yourself. If something makes sense, it makes sense. If something doesn't, it doesn't make sense, right? So, the easiest way you can make money in the garment decorating industry is with a heat press and with a transfer. That's the minimum piece of equipment that you can have. You don't even have to have a full heat press like this anymore. You can have an HTV hand press. Look, see this press right here? What I'm about to unbox for a see the mess in my studio. Yeah, I'm keeping it real. See this? Everybody wants to show like a prissy clean studio and all that stuff. Listen, when you see people with let's call it a YouTube studio. When you see people with a YouTube studio, they ain't doing no work. They ain't doing no work. I got these shirts right here. It's about 75 shirts to press. I just did a 100 and something transfer orders, $1,000 transfer order for DTFs. I press shirts I don't have time. I have to keep track of inventory. I got to restock on inventory all the time over here. I don't have time to stop and clean up and tidy up my studio because the past few days I've been backed up in work, right? I need help, but I don't want to get the help yet because I enjoy the process and I have to go through the process. In order to get help, what I've learned from hiring an employee, when I hired Loveland, what I learned from that experience is you can't teach somebody what you don't know. You guys understand what I'm saying? You can't teach somebody how you don't know. So I went and hired an employee prematurely because I didn't know how to have an employee. I didn't know the tasks that I need to train my employee how to do. I didn't know what to tell her to do, so it didn't work out. Right? An employee is supposed to make your business more profitable. But how am I supposed to train my employee if I don't even know what the hell to tell her? You know what I mean? So I got to take a step back and I got to go through the motions myself and do everything myself and figure out these systems myself, build these systems myself so that when I have a system in place, then I can slide somebody in there easily because I know how to say. You can't do that unless you do the work. So right now I'm doing the work and figuring this stuff out, right? And in the process, I can't be straightening this up, straightening that. I got orders to put out. You guys are ordering transfers online, and I'm being told by people that my transfers are amongst some of the best. I wish I had a text message, but I asked somebody to make a video. The order I just did for over 100 transfers, they told me, Alan, thank you so much. Your transfers are your transfers are some of the best that we've ever pressed. Okay. And let me tell you guys something, right? Let me tell you guys something real fast. I'm just spill the beans. Transfers is all about finding a good film that peels and a good ink, and that's it. Once you find a good ink and good film, doesn't matter what the other company is using, because what you're using is going to peel just as easy. It's going to print just as vibrant when you know how to use your machine. It doesn't matter. Like, I can hold my transfers up to anybody's transfers, and you know what I mean? And nobody can sit here and tell me that this is not the easiest way to make money in this industry. Look what I'm doing. A 3-year-old can do this. A 3-year-old can literally sit here and press these transfers and peel it off. Of course, you would wonder they might burn themselves and stuff like that, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's really, really easy. So why would somebody tell you not to do it? Do you want to know why? Because they're not doing it anymore. Because they're not getting a kickback from it. Because it's not benefiting them or their business. So they want you to do what they want you to do. Make sense, people? I'm not trying to stir a pot. I'm not trying to cause any drama. I'm just trying to help you guys decipher through the BS. I'm just trying to help you guys decipher through the BS, and that's it. That's it. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. And if it doesn't make sense, somebody has to point it out. Look at these things. Nothing left on that sheet. AlanAway.com. And look, I'm always going to push what I'm doing shamelessly. And you guys should do the same thing. When you start your clothing line, when you start selling your product or service, no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody thinks, I want you to relentlessly push your product everywhere you go. Everything you say should be talking about your product, because that's the only way your business is going to thrive. That's the only way your business is going to grow, is with promotion. Word of mouth is the best promotion. Showing rather than talking is the best promotion that you can do. So I want you guys, when you start your businesses, push your stuff harder than you see me pushing mine, right? People, you might think in your mind that people are tired of hearing it. So what? The moment you let off the gas, somebody else is going to ease in there and take your business. So don't ever let off that gas, and always stay pushing your product, pushing your service, pushing whatever it is. It's just pushing your t-shirts, whatever it is. You got to look, lead by example. And I'm showing you guys, I'm telling you guys, like, look where I came from, and look where I am now, and look where I'm going. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to look pretty. I'm not here to showcase how, you know, all the things that I've purchased and stuff like that. I'm here to show you guys what the garment decorating industry has done for me, and what it can do for you with a little bit of effort. And I encourage you guys to take what I show you and put your own flavor on it, because at the end of the day, you have to enjoy doing what it is that you're doing, or else it's not sustainable. So you have to take what you're seeing, put your own sauce on it, your own personality on it, and do it in the way that fits you, that's going to be sustainable and enjoyable for you, so that way it doesn't feel like you're doing work. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like you're doing work when you enjoy it. So, come on, bro. Easiest thing since sliced bread. Don't do that. Do something 12 times more complicated. Do something that 90% of people don't have the room for. Do something that's like requires me to, before I even make my own shirts, I gotta do separations, I gotta do this. And I'm not saying it's a bad process, it's a great process, a fabulous process. Thank you so much for the super chat, Pedro. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Petra, I'm saying that name wrong, I apologize. But just do something that makes sense. Do things that make sense for your business. And what makes sense for every business is to start off small and use the capital that you're making from starting off small and reinvest it back into the business so that you can grow. And maybe eventually you'll get the next piece of equipment if it makes sense for you. Myself, You want to know where my screen printing equipment is? I'm going to show y'all where my screen printing equipment is right now. Let me show y'all where my screen printing equipment is. This is where my screen printing equipment is. It's sitting on the floor. I'm ready to pack it up, take it apart, put it in my trunk, drive it, and put it in my garage. Why? Why? Because I'm here to make money. I'm not here to do something impressive to show everybody, oh, look at this big machine I got. Let me graduate to this automatic press. This is so much easier. It's so much easier. Like, why go through all the headache of everything else when, like, this is so simple? And, guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, right? Don't nobody got time for that. Like, it just baffles my mind, like, why people do the things they do. I want to question, like, what's the agenda? What's the agenda this month? What's the agenda this week? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Help me out in the chat. And Petra, I appreciate that. Thank you again for the super chat. Thank you again for the super chat. Just don't lose sight of what's important. Don't lose sight of what makes sense. I'm gonna tell you something else, right? Because everybody was on me a few years ago. And people even made some videos about me. If Alan, I remember this one guy, I wish I could remember his name. I remember watching the video, he said, if Alan really wanted to show people that Ricoma machine works, he would get online and do 100 hats straight and and so we can see. I'm like, how many videos do I have to make with the machine embroidering, like, for people to understand, like, bro, it's not the machine, it's these people that's buying the machine, they don't know how to use it. Like, you know, how many? But now, fast forward, now, half of the whole industry has Ricoma machines, right? And all of the young people online, it's just the old people, all the young people online are starting off their business with a Ricoma machine, and they're being profitable because you see them growing. You see them getting another one, just like me. Another one. Another one. Another. Like, come on. Everybody, every kid online, every TikToker that's making all the faces and all that stuff has a Ricoma machine. Like, and you still got people like, oh, they suck. How? How, Sway? And even if they do, like, what does it matter? Like, you got people being profitable with the machine. I'm not online to tell somebody which is the best machine. I'm here to tell you, okay, you can get this. This is what I'm using. You can get this. This is why I chose it. And I promise you it works because I got it working. And if I can get it to work, you know what I mean? I'm a C student, public high school student. Like, if I can get this thing to public city high school student, you know what I mean? Graduated from, you know, art school, film school with my associate's degree. If I can get it to work, like, you rocket scientists that swear you're smarter than everybody can definitely get it to work. And if you can't, then I question your intelligence, right? Because I can get it to work, right? They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They just want to push their agenda, get you to buy whatever they want you to buy, without giving you guys any facts, without showing you guys anything. Listen, screen printing is great. Screen printing is great. I'm not saying it's not. I entered the game wanting to screen print, but I also entered the game wanting to make money more than screen print. Like, don't get it twisted. I'd rather make money than screen print. Don't get it twisted. I'd rather make money. Like, give me any equation. I'd rather make money than be a big time YouTuber. Like, I'd rather make money. Like, right? There's only a few things that I'd rather do besides make money. I spend time with my family, you know what I mean? Spend time with my loved ones, you know, see my son grow up and stuff. Like, but let's not get it twisted. The business has to make sense. And if the business is not making sense and everything is Like, there's so much BS being put out that the business and helping you guys grow is being put on the back burner. You know what I mean? It's getting put on the back burner. So every decision that you make for your business from a business perspective has to make sense for that business. And what doesn't make sense is stopping the easier thing that yields the same results for something that's 12 times more difficult that requires 52 times more space. Like, make it make sense. I didn't even watch the content, but I'm like, okay, you know, I gotta go in on this. But I did, I don't know. And you got people on here, like, you got people online, right? You got people online making videos about machines that they've never used, that they don't have, that they don't plan on getting, and giving you advice about which is the best one. Bro, you don't even do the thing. And what's worse about it is you have people watching these videos taking the advice. That's why I'm like, bro, you ain't seen one video on this channel about that thing, but you're asking this person about that thing that you want to do, but not taking advice from the person that does the thing, and then you worry why your business fails. Like, I don't, make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. I'm trying to help you guys, like, focus and unhaze the haziness that's going on in your minds. Like, I always tell people when they ask me which is the best X, Y, and Z. My favorite, I like to say, I can't tell you which the best. In order for me to tell you which is the best, I have to have used all of them. And I haven't used all machines, so I can't tell you which is the best. But what I can tell you is that this one that I have works. This is the nuances about it. This is why I chose it. This is how much it costs. This is how you purchase it. And it's helped me grow to the point where I am now. I can't tell you about that machine or this machine, but I can tell you maybe if I know a fact about this machine, like the Melcos, for example. I always talk about the Melcos because that's the other machine that I was really highly considering buying because of the people that I watched on YouTube, right? But I like to think for myself. Despite the fact that I like the machine based off of the people that I saw on YouTube, instantly, when I learned that you could not use the machine unless you had a computer plugged up to it, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that, what if my computer crashes? What if I drop my computer? I can't embroider anything. Like, and I'm not knocking Melco because they're great machines. It's a fact that they're great machines. Why is it a fact? Because you got people online making videos about them, and you got people, I've seen them work in real life. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's not a good machine. If you choose to, then do that. But I'm also here to tell you that this is a great machine because you've watched me work it. You've watched my business grow with it. As a matter of fact, I'm doing one more. I got one more shirt to do. I got to hop off here. I got one more shirt to do, and then I got to package up and ship it out, right? But just when you're watching content, make sure you are thinking for yourself. Make sure you are thinking for yourself and you're just not ingesting and taking what you see as factual information, unless you're actually seeing something and it's something that can't be disproven because you're watching. Like for example, when you see a machine working and when somebody gives you exact instructions on how to work and they make a video showing it to you, that's something that that you saw with your own eyes, so it's undeniable. But when somebody's telling you to do one thing and then next month they tell you to do something else, like, which is it, bro? Which is it? What are we doing here? Which is it? You know what I mean? And then when somebody like me calls them out on it, oh, you don't want to be my friend anymore. Like, let me tell you something. A real friend is not gonna make you be out here saying dumb stuff. A real friend is not gonna make you be out here in these streets looking stupid. A real friend is gonna question like, yo, no, I'm not doing that because X, Y, and Z. You know, I appreciate everything that's going on, but no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? It don't make sense for me. It don't make sense for my business. Because first of all, you know, I have to look out for me. I have to look out for my well-being in my business, and so do you all, right? So just be careful. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. Now you can watch me press these transfers, AlanAwade.com. Listen, 10-second press, 300 degrees. Push your content, push your transfers, push your products, just like I push mine. More than I push mine. Because a hater does not want to see you grow. A hater is going to support you until he feels that you are, you know, he's uncomfortable with the fact that he or she is uncomfortable with the fact that you're exceeding their expectations of what they thought of you, right? That goes for companies as well as individuals. Companies on chopping block too. I had companies tell me some weird stuff once upon a time. I had a company tell me, do what you do best and we'll do what we do best. I just think the best thing to do is to do what you do best and for me to do it because I want to sell a product. I'm like, you know, I want to grow too. You know, I have dreams and aspirations. I have desires beyond just being an influencer. I'd like to sell a product and have millions and millions of people buy my product. But when I try that, it's a, hey, are you selling? Yeah. No. Well, you know, I just think it's best if you do what you do best and we do what we do best. Oh, so what do I do best? I'm just an influencer. That's it. Well, damn. Well, then, what would you do if somebody told you that? And you was trying to experiment, you was trying to do something, you was trying to grow your business, you was trying to better yourself and better your business. And somebody told you, well, what are you doing? Why don't you just do what you do best, which is what you've been doing, which is promote my company and making me make all the money. Let us do what we do best and you do what you do best. It's wild out here, guys. It's wild out here. Wild out here. Dog eat dog influencer garment decorating space. This garment decorating space behind the scenes on the influencer YouTube side is weird. That's all I can say. It's weird. I try to arm's length. I'm not your age. You know what I mean? I'm not from where you're from. I don't desire to do what you do. So stay over there. I stay over here. Leave me alone. I don't even want to be associated with anything that some people are associated with anymore. You know what I mean? I don't even want to be associated with the same companies anymore. Like, that's why right now I've like fell back a lot from the content because like another thing is in this space, right? When a company experiences growth, having influencers, they go crazy. They love it. Rightfully so, because like you see what the influencers have done for you. You see how your company's growing because the influencers influence. And you see how little it's costing you. It might cost you a heat press, right? It might cost you some vinyl on the cheap end. Imagine sending somebody 10 packs of vinyl and them blowing your company up to make $10,000 or imagine having an infinite amount of commercials for sending 10 people 10 packs of vinyl. Imagine that. Imagine spending that little amount of money and getting that huge amount of return. That's what this space is. Modern day, right? So it's like at some point in time, it's great. It presents an opportunity when there was no opportunity. But if you choose to take this path, make sure along the way you are gathering the equipment and knowledge and the things that you need to grow beyond the influencer space, because that's what's going to happen. Eventually you're going to get tired of it, right? Eventually you're going to open your eyes and see what's going on and be like, wait a minute. Oh, so you just go, you know, you want me to stay right here. It's like being an employee again. Like I didn't quit my job and go full time doing this to be an employee, right? And it's so beneficial to have influencers and to pay influencers, because it's like a double positive, because they don't have to pay us any medical, any, you know, health and dental or anything like that. They don't have to, you know, just, hey, you just, you know, be an affiliate and you just get a little commission here and there off of anything that you sell. But meanwhile, all your efforts are not being you're not being compensated for it. And in some sense, like in some instances, other people are being compensated for your efforts and you don't even know about it. Other influencers, like this space is just shady when you hear about some stuff that goes on behind the scenes. That's why I like, bro, it's weird out here. It's crazy out here. It's the real world online. Vicious. I'll air it out. I can tell y'all some stuff. I'm not gonna do that because, like I said, I almost started to go in, but I caught myself. Yeah, right? Because I'm not a dirty laundry type of guy, but I would air this whole situation out. You know what I mean? I will air this whole situation out, and your favorite people will be looking crazy. But I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. And I can do it very confidently. Why? Because I've never compromised my integrity. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool though. I'm cool. So yeah. Be careful who you take advice from. You guys see me press these transfers over and over again. And I like to shove it down people's throat so that they can see it for themselves, because when you say stuff, other people will say stuff, but they won't show you. I'll show you and I'll tell you, so that way you can't deny it. Just like I did with everything else, just like I did with the Brother SC600. Who set the Brother SC600 on fire online? I made the price of that machine go. I got over 100 videos on the Brother SC600. Everybody and their mother ran out and bought one. Everybody and their mother watched my content and started making video. Am I lying? Those of you guys have been around. Everybody online started a whole YouTube channel doing a Brother SC600, right? TikTok included, remaking stuff that they saw off my video. Am I lying? Am I lying? Right? But I'm happy for them. You know why? Because an opportunity was presented where there wasn't one. An opportunity was presented for a group of people that didn't have an opportunity. And that's why I make the videos, so that people can have that opportunity. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, I know where they got that from. Okay. And I'm okay with that. The price of that machine went up after I started making videos about it. Imagine that. Imagine the price of a machine. I was buying, brother, that was like $400. The price of the machine now, you got to go like $500 or $600 to buy a brand new one on Amazon. Huh? And then they started doing remixes of the same machine, brother. SC5525, brother. 4225, one with the USB, one without the USB. They wasn't doing that before. They was right. A couple like during the pandemic and slightly before that, they were selling out. Why were they selling out? They were selling out because of my videos. Because of my videos, they were selling out. Let's be real here. And I'm sure I peeled that off so early. They were selling out because of my videos. You know what I'm saying? I ran that movement. Just saying. Now, was I influenced by somebody else? Absolutely. I'm gonna give him his props. First person I saw making videos was what's his name? Nate Matthews. Shout out to Nate Matthews. Even though later on, he did some crazy stuff, and I made a video correcting that. But yeah, shout out to Nate Matthews. He was the first person making videos on the SC600, but he didn't do it like I did it, right? So, if I say that to say, if you get information for somebody, there should be no shame in your game in acknowledging the fact that you got the information with somebody. There should be no shame in your game not acknowledging that person. But don't sit here and try to act like, you know what I mean, like, you know, I digress, people. I digress. But yeah, on